Well, it looks like my survival guide didn't do too good because everybody wiped the raid. Okay, so whether it launched or didn't last night, which was the Friday that they was supposed to launch for the second time, I was actually not home, so it wasn't gonna happen. But I was watching what was happening from my phone at wherever I was last night. So it was a concert and it was awesome. Anyway, so um, I see this posted here by Wreck by Faith. I'm going to read it out for you. I'm going to read out the next post, and then I'm going to give a little bit of my thoughts. Also, I'm going to. There are a couple of things did come out from the game itself from the few people who were able to get online, so I'm going to also discuss that too. Wreck by Faith said this in the Discord. Hi everyone. I have to go and tell you that we absolutely have to postpone this. Me and Wilsor got together and believed by adding additional servers would allow the ability for everyone to download with enough time and in a quickly manner, with little to no errors. What ended up happening is the obvious tremendous problems and strain. All of our servers had become overloaded. For example, we had over 3.5 petabytes. I don't know how much that is. I'm a boomer. Worth of data run over our network in the last week alone. All of our launcher concerns about the launcher are being addressed, which is why we need to postpone, as well as seeing a couple of critical issues with the core that was not there during closed nor open beta. This is primarily due to new things such as undead paladins, which we added after the open beta. We did in-house testing and believe there were no such crashes present. To be honest, this has been an absolute chaotic for all of our staff members. Each one of us has invested a tremendous amount of time. My hat goes off to everyone who has been helping get these issues resolved. And you can see, I'm going to post so you can read the last paragraph right there. The next one was by this new dev called 0B6X, I think. I don't know if that's my, if I'm reading that wrong or not, because I sometimes read words backwards. I forgot the term for that. But, hello everyone. The updater that we've been rolling with and the issues you've all been experiencing the last 24 hours has been due to massive changes that have been added to the launcher. I did not expect the amount of people that would be downloading it from our host. This has led to issues with the hosts going down, missing files, 404 errors, and so on. I pushed about 10 patches in the last 12 hours. It has not been enough. I'm taking responsibility for the launcher from now, and will be pushing updates constantly during this week until whatever time of release to get this working 100%. Some internal tools have to be developed to keep track of everything in the host and make sure everything is right. So this is not an easy task. Then again, I will be deploying a proper system to enable people to play the game without having to install a third-party app. Is also a challenge. With that being said, I will be posting more soon enough and keep you all updated on the updater. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Now, before I continue, I want to give a couple of disclaimers. No, I do not believe that they are not putting in the amount of work that they are saying. Like, what I meant to say is, I do believe they are putting the amount of time and effort that they are claiming. I do believe, I actually do see it, that they're putting in a bunch of effort. However, this is where I'm going to have a little bit of issue. So he says he did not expect the amount of people to be downloading for our hosts. I absolutely think that is a bit not true, because first of all, the open betas, both of them had similar issues, not to the same degree obviously, but they had the same kind of people were having issues downloading it. It may have been not the same issues, but there were issues. People couldn't download it. There were bottlenecks, which was an issue that happened this time around. A lot of issues, and that was just from 100, 200 people, and not even everybody joined. Maybe 50 joined, and then, even then, only 10 people were playing the betas at the same time. So, and the reason why is because not only well, first of all, you had the closed beta, which only a few people joined, but not a lot of people were joining the open beta because of the fact that it's a beta, their progress is going to get wiped. A lot of people are not for that. They'd say, no, I'll just let people test it. I'll wait until release. I'll wait until all the bugs are fixed. Then I don't have to lose my character. A lot of people think like that. Some people just want the free demo. Some people actually want to test and help out. But those few people are a minority compared to the mass amount of people. And then even if you go up on their announcements, like this one right here, where they say, oh, what time do you want us to release it? Respond. Over almost 2,000. Like, granted, let's pretend everyone clicked 1 p.m. That's almost 2,000 people. And then, if someone didn't click multiple ones or whatever, looking at this is like around 3,000 people. And at some point, they said 10,000 people were trying to download all at the same time. So it's like, you had this post where thousands of people responded, and from the following, the previous week, last week, it was said, like, oh, 10,000, I don't know if that's a real number or not, but 10,000 people were trying to download it or install it all at the same time, and then you tried it again with the same results. Oh, we didn't know this many people. Yes, you did! I'm sorry, but that's just, you knew this was gonna happen. By the way, did I mention that after their Discord caught fire, in a figurative sense, they've locked, and now I think they've deleted all of their public channels. So now no one can talk on their Discord, basically. All of their channels at first were locked and muted, so no one can talk on them. I just looked just now, and they're just all gone. So I think they're all deleted. I don't know, but that's kind of... I know they're not wanting to deal with the flack or whatever, but it's like, just look away. Let people vent. They're venting. But anyway, that's something else that's happening at the same time. So, this guy, Blight Runner, posted in a public Discord, and I'm saying that because there's a lot of issues going around with, like, oh, private DMs and all this stuff, you're getting leaked information. No, this was a private Discord not private Discord, it was somebody's Discord, but in a public chat for everybody to see, and it was not taken down, so I'm reading it off. Here's issues that they found from, like, the 5 minutes they were online for before the server itself crashed, from the 5% of players who were able to actually get in. First thing they said is, the Murloc zone, the fish's aggro's way too hard, should have been neutral in the starting area, maybe it felt like certain death because of hunter problems. Hunters did not have focus, which was the second one, so all hunters, I guess across the board, or maybe just the Murloc zone, I don't know, but hunters didn't have focus to even attack with. Spirit Healer is too far from starting area, you died. That's probably from the new area too. Certain parts of the map, you fell into a DC error loop, saying the file was missing. Goblins had a one-shot GM spell, which is a major bug. Like, how do you even leave that in? Like, normally when you have, like a game master or something, they have their own specific character that's, like, registered or whatever to have that GM spell, but a normal person being able to just log in and have a GM spell, that's a major bug. The respawn timer for the Infinite Dragon quest is bad, which I know you are aware of. You should add 2 extra spawns for it, 2 extra circles. I guess that's from the intro zone, so if anyone has seen the intro zone from the open beta, from the few people who've stress tested or recorded it, streamed it, whatever, it's a short little, like, intro zone that everyone has to go through. I personally do not like it for various reasons, but anyway, it's a little intro area, and the last quest requires you to kill a couple of, like, what were they, like, ghosts or wraiths, or I don't know, something, and then it spawns a infinite dragon that you have to kill, and, the spawn time, I think, originally was, like, the typical 5 minutes, I believe, But, you know, when there's so many people trying to do it all at the same time, and even if everyone's grouping, everyone knows this, from launches of other private servers to launches of Classic. Everybody knows this. They said it was too long, probably from the few people trying to all do it at the same time. The next one on the list was Undead lost 2 active racials, but didn't get anything to make up for it, adding Touch of the Grave similar to how Retail was. So basically they lost their racials and were not able to get anything to replace it. I remember I had this issue in one of the open betas, I think it was the first open beta, where my hunter didn't start off with a racial, because you're supposed to choose the racial at the end of that little opening area I told you about, because you could choose, you know, whatever racial you want. You're not stuck with your given racial. I went to click Shadow Meld, and it didn't give it to me. I left the area, and I was stuck without a racial. I had no Tauren racial, no Night Elf racial, nothing. And they said, oh, well, to fix it, you have to make a new character. After I had already gotten to, like, level 17. I'm like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Worgen didn't have racials. Okay, so Worgen and Undead both didn't have racials. PvP in starting area, which was fixed. Okay, so PvP, I don't know exactly how that's a bug, PvP in the starting area. Maybe, like, people were able to kill other people of the same... Oh, no, from the neutral characters. So maybe the neutral characters were able to pick Horde or Alliance right away and start killing each other and ganking each other and stuff. I don't know, probably something along those lines. Maybe the neutral people were all killing each other. I actually don't know what that means, but it says it was fixed, but still, that's a bug that happened when people were getting in and playing it, right? I mean, kudos for them for fixing it, but still, this is like, you know, stuff that is happening, you know, at the time. So I'm just reading off as it's being listed. More of the shards that get the temporary racials should have been given on the quest so more people can try them out. Well, that's more of a suggestion rather than a bug. And then background world music wasn't active. So far, this is what I've compiled. So that's what the one person had listed of issues actually in the game when they were able to get in. Now, there's a lot of issues with the server. First, I mean, not with the server, for the launcher. Now, there are a lot of issues with the launcher. The main one being the issue with the main developer of the launcher. I don't know if they were part of the project and they developed it for Revelation, or if they built it and it was, like, taken by Revelation and then the owner didn't give them permission, or I don't exactly know what the issue is. All I know is there's issues between the developer of the launcher not even being on the team, and now the team had to try to do all these fixes to kind of, like, make it their own or whatever, and that led to more issues. I thought, like, during the beta, like, that was a temporary, launcher, and they were going to make their own. On top of that, they said, after this whole thing came out with the developer saying, like, whatever he said, and, you know, he's not on the team, and all this other stuff, I thought they were going to make a new launcher. The fact that they didn't make a new launcher was actually surprising to me, but and that was, like, during the first, you know, release a week ago, right? I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's working, I guess. And the entire time up to that first release, Wilzor on Discord was like, oh, no, we fixed everything, everything's good, everything's great, it's gonna run great, because I made the joke of, oh, maybe I'm gonna make a launcher survival guide 2.0, because I made a first one for the beta, and I made the joke, like, oh, maybe I should make the second one for a release. And he's like, no, there's no need, it's perfectly fine. Well, within a couple of hours, I made my second one for obvious reasons, and that video blew the hell up. I was surprised, and everyone was having issues and all this other stuff. I guess I didn't have as many people compared to the amount of views I got ask me, hey, I'm still having issues, so probably my fixes did fix, but on top of that, it didn't really do anything considering the fact that they postponed it to a week later. Like, what the hell? So, I know everyone is frustrated. I'm a little bit frustrated myself, but I'm trying to... So I was going to make a survival guide 3.0 because I was having major issues that were not even from last week, but I found kind of like ways to fix it, and it was all loopholey, and it was very like getting down and dirty into the files of my computer, and it was very like in what's the word? Intrusive, invasive? I don't know, but I didn't really like it, and a lot of people... Okay, so, clarity, I do not have a Reddit channel, but somebody posted a Reddit thing about some drama with the server. I'm not going to get into it right now. I might get into it if stuff happens, but right now it's not really relevant. Anyway, in the comments that I was reading, from what little I could read, because I don't have a account, so I can't, you know, look at more unless I make an account, a lot of people were having issues, and now I had this issue too, this is why I'm bringing it up, that they wanted to either get rid of the entire launcher together because they're just done, they're over the postponing constantly, or some people just wanted to start fresh, which that's what I wanted to do. I was having issues with the launcher that I was already done installing. All I needed to do was an update, but it had issues with the update. I don't know if it corrupted or what. So I'm like, okay, screw this. I'll just, you know, wipe it from my computer and I'll start fresh download with their new link. And it kept telling me that I had the program already on my computer. I'm like, no, I didn't. I used the control panel to get rid of it, uninstall it. I deleted the temporary files. I deleted the stuff in the downloading file, all of that. And it kept saying I had it in the computer. I'm looking all over, I'm typing it everywhere, I'm doing searches, I'm looking throughout my entire computer, and I could not find it. Well, eventually, their new release, it was called the release at the time, the release file, I think it was renamed to like update 2 or something, I don't know, but their like most recent link, I clicked that and it went through fine. It was the last one that didn't go through. I don't know if there's still files on my computer or what, but I've checked everywhere and I can't find anything. Since then, I've just been kind of trying to keep it in its own little folder, you know, the new folder you put on your desktop. I've been trying to keep it all there, but stuff still goes into the temporary folders and all this other stuff, and it's a huge mess right now. This is, like, absolutely insane. Now, I've already talked about a little bit of what I think about that. I told you now the issues it's had and all this other stuff. But I needed to say something else. I really think they should just scrap this launcher idea. I don't know why they are dead set on a launcher when other servers don't have launchers and they're fine. I don't know if Nostalrius had one. I didn't play on Nostalrius, but Chronos, all of the Chronoses, Elysium, Northdale, Lights Hope, Turtle WoW, all of those don't have launchers. You literally just, you either torrent a 1.2 client and then just change the realm name or the server name, and so it log on to their server, not an official server, or they just give you the link and all of it's ready to go. You know, Turtle WoW, that's what they do. It's one link, you download it, it's ready to go. So I don't know why they're making this so complicated and difficult with a launcher. Why don't they just give us the server file, like just the launch, like the game. Like they give us the game file with the game launch, just like every other server. We get in and start playing the game, and then if they want to make the launcher, they can just make it in the background, and then once it's ready and finalized, they got the new launcher. Now they're like, hey everybody, we have the launcher ready now, so now you can actually launch the game through the launcher instead of the game itself, but you can still do that if you want to, but the launcher's there for people who want to see all the news updates, if they want a quick button to update it if we make any updates, all of your account info. You know, a launcher in itself is fine, theirs is not. That's why I'm saying just give us the game, just the game, not the launcher, just the game. Let us play from that exe file and work on the launcher separately. And then when it's ready, it's ready. They can take their time on it and then release it when it's ready. You know, because people were saying once they got past the launcher issues, they were in the game. The game itself had a couple of issues, but, I mean, not as much as the launcher. And I'm sure those can all be remedied fairly quickly. Like, from what I read earlier, I'm pretty sure those can all be remedied rather, you know, easily. Because I played on the open betas and even the closed betas, and when we reported an issue, within, you know, a couple of hours to a day it was fixed, you know what I mean? A graveyard issue. Oh, there's an issue with the graveyard. Within a day it was fixed. and that was, you know, that was just the beta. You know, a lot of these other things, like, oh, there's a too far away graveyard, oh, there's a couple of NPCs that are weird or whatever, you know, I'm pretty sure those could be fixed within hours to a day or something. Push out a patch, done, fixed. I'm pretty sure they can fix all that, no problem. It's just the launchers give... On top of that, they're just on this, like, high horse of, oh yeah, now we've found the issue, we've remedied it, here's the new updated version. They kept pushing up, like, new link, new link, new link. No. Here, replace all those files, here's this. No. Okay, no, those are bad because there's another issue here. Here's this. You know what? We're going to give it to you without this patch. What was it? E, Z, whatever the fuck letter it was. I don't know. This is me ranting now because this is kind of just, you know, ridiculous. A lot of people are just flat out done with it, and I don't blame them. I think I'm going to stick around just a little longer to see what happens, but, you know, I wasn't really, you know, calling out of work to play this game like some people were. I'm just, you know, okay, I'm here along for the ride. Hey, I'm gonna, you know, instead of going Friday right when it launches, you know, maybe I'll start streaming the game Saturday, you know, let them work out, because I knew this was gonna happen again. Like, they were saying in that post, like, oh, all the doomsayers that knew this was gonna happen again. I knew it was gonna happen again. A lot of people knew it was gonna happen again, but we were called out for saying it. It's like, why? We're giving our predictions, we think it's gonna happen. Some people were being assholes about it. Some people were like, oh man, they're crypto mining, crypto Bitcoin, whatever the fuck it's called, mining Bitcoins. It's like, no, actually, I don't think that's happening. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that it's not happening. But, you know, some people were being, you know, oh, you know, I think it's gonna be delayed again. I was saying, well, I was also being kind of funny. Like, I said they should release at 6 when they were giving that thing. Like, oh, you know, what time do you want to release? I said 6 o'clock because, well, first of all, I got off of work at 6, but also, I was like, 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock or whatever it was way too early. I knew they were going to have issues, so I was saying, you know, push it later so they can have more time to make sure it's all good before they push it out to the open. Well, guess what? They launched at 1, and they said, oh, well, it's ready to go, but it might not be ready at the exact on the dot. Well, then, eventually, after, like, what was it, like, 5 to 10 minutes, people started to download it, and then it was crashed. All day, people were having issues. I think they pushed it back a couple hours, and then they launched the actual server, like, at, what, 4 o'clock or something, and, like, 5% of the people were able to get in. It was just a major mess. This is a wipe on the raid. They need to regroup, redo all this, and I think a lot of people are done with the server. I'm going to stick around. I'm just going to wait and see what happens, but there's plenty of other servers to play. There's plenty of other video games to play in the meantime. I'm personally just going to keep playing Turtle WoW. I want to keep playing that Pokemon MMO thing that I was playing. A lot of other games I can be playing and streaming right now while we wait. You know, people are like dead set on playing the server because there's pink trees in the Barrens. Or the Valley of Life as it's now called. Just, you know, forget about it. Let them do their thing. And we'll see what happens in the future. For now, I am gonna go play Turtle WoW. After I take my dog to the vet, unfortunately. So, I'll see you guys on the next video.